I have only just left the house, and both my feet are completely soaked. And it's raining, as you can see. But I thought tonight would be an interesting time to do a new segment that I call Filming in the Rain. Also, I've been feeling nostalgic lately. So tonight's video, I'm going to film on the places that used to be and talk about that. And I have a few places in mind. Our first destination is up here, just past Ocean Mart. I cannot believe, it's like that scene in The Blair Witch when Heather's boots and her socks, her feet are completely soaked. I had walked outside the house to throw the trash away, and just doing that, I avoided puddles. I didn't step anything, and my shoes are completely soaked. So the biggest nostalgia piece here, obviously, Ocean Mart used to be Albertsons. Down there, all that used to be Rite Aid. That was all one place, Rite Aid. Before that, it was a similar drugstore called Payless. And I remember the manager, I don't know if she was a manager, but she was a person where she was a bitch. I won't say she was a cunt, but she was a bitch. I give her leniency because the friend I was with at the time, I learned that he would shoplift constantly, and I was an unwitting lookout. I didn't even know. I was just looking in the other aisle, and she probably put two and two together. Well, you're being a lookout, even though I was just looking at the toys or the books. But it makes sense in hindsight because he'd bring other people to do that, so I can't be completely mad. This business here at the end, as we all know, it was that vintage, whatever it was called, coffee place. And this is going to get demolished. That's part of the 5600 deal. This used to be a Blimpie back in the day. It's where they moved when they were up there way back in the day. So this is going to get demolished. People think that what's being removed and demolished and worked on right now is the worst of it. There's so much more to come that's going to be worse. Mark my words. If UDOT and the city can destroy it and profit from it, they will. Mark my words. Okay, this place here, Deal Depot, this used to be previously this was a Planet Fitness, and then before that was Ben Franklin Crafts. This Dilly Dallies, all this stuff here, this whole side here, before it was sectioned out into separate shops, was a Gart Sports. For a long time it was a Gart Sports, and then this was the main part of the building that you would enter, and then that was just the rest of the store. When that moved out, it became, I remember in the early 2000s, it was like some party venue place where they had bounce houses and stuff, and I think maybe arcades, but this was like circa 2000 or 2001, I think, because the Gart Sports moved up into Riverdale, and now it used to be a Sports Authority. Now it's like a tool shop or something. I can't remember what the fuck they're called. This was a Panda Express not too long ago. This wasn't anything for a long time. Now it's a Indian restaurant. I've seen their food posted. I've never had Indian food, but I see their food posted on the Roy page, and it actually looks really good. So I'll have to try it sometime. And just for a point of reference, this is February 19th, 2024, President's Day. Happy President's Day. I can't believe we were out in Clearfield. We filmed, so yesterday's video that you all would have seen today or whenever, just before this video with the stalking, that was not rehearsed. That was not planned. That was completely random. Some fucking random white car pulls in right around the turn into the middle school. And it just starts following us. It's ridiculous. So we stopped really walking to see if he was following, because he kept creeping slow, turns down the street, then comes back, because we saw when I got that license the one time, or I actually stood there and filmed him, because I said that was the same car. But later that night, I said, look, why don't we just go to, let's ride out to Clearfield, ride back, or do you want to walk there, or whatever? And he said, yeah, let's walk there. And I was like, my Sunset friend, he does not like walking places. So I shot him. He said, yeah, sure. Let's walk there and ride back. So we walk there. That's an antique place. I've never been in there. But I think they have like auctions. That used to be a Domino's pizza back in the day. In fact, on the other side of this sign, you can see it. Domino's. Yep, right there. This was the Domino's. This was the Domino's in Roy for a long, long time. I don't know where the tattoo place is, if there even is a tattoo place. This is such a weird nook that no one would really think to visit unless you already knew about it. And that's the Elephant, what are it's called, Elephant Antiques. And then, there's Artivore tattoo. And they also have auctions and stuff. I've never been there. It's been here this whole time, and I've never once. And we're moving anyway this summer, so I doubly won't be here unless I have reason to, if I'm in the area. But, so we went out to Clearfield to film, because I said, why film in Roy when there's a fucking weirdo out there who's following us? Confirmed, this is all mud, I don't want to walk through that. We confirmed he actually is following us, stalking, creeping along. Oh my fucking god. Oh. Shit. Oh my god. Oh my god, my feet are doubly, triply soaked. Oh my god. Oh my fucking god. That does not feel good. That does not feel good. Oh my god. I try to avoid getting my feet wet, getting my head wet. Apparently these boots, these shoes have holes in them because they got sogged within the 3 minutes it took for me, or 2 minutes, to come out and take my trash out to the garbage behind the apartment. But we went to Clearfield last night, right around this time of night, maybe a little bit earlier, because by the time we got home it was like 11. I said, wow, it's only like 10:30 and it's quiet. hardly any traffic compared to this main intersection here in Roy. And my friend goes, well, caution to remember, it is a Sunday. I think it's on the tape, on the video. He says, like, remember, it is a Sunday before a major holiday. And I'm thinking, who the fuck considers President's Day to be a major holiday? And I even said on the video, like, do you get school out for President's Day? Because I don't remember getting school out. I never celebrated President's Day. I know we talked about it and learned about it. I don't remember fucking celebrating it. Like, we didn't have a barbecue or go out to eat or give each other presents or little red envelopes with money and savings bonds in them. Okay, so apparently when I shook my phone, it ended the recording. I was trying to shake off the water droplets that have accumulated. That was a 500 IQ move, a five head move right there. Ultra. This McDonald's has changed a lot. All the McDonald's have changed. All these restaurants have changed. There's one Arby's in Ogden that I like. It still has the 80s and early 90s aesthetic, and I like that. I like it. I lived through that time. So it's not like I'm some Zoomer or Gen Alpha who wasn't even born yet, much less alive and cognizant to have been around through those times and remember it. I lived through it. And I'm nostalgic for it because they were better times. Barring global conflicts, and because every decade, every generation is going to have its own crises. This place here, what is this called? The Powerhouse. This used to be a gym, and I want to say it was like a YMCA. Me and my friend went there years ago. Over a decade ago. We got free tickets to come back and have because we're like, we've never been here. What is this? Of course, it's long since closed. In fact, I think when this building has still been here, before it became Powerhouse, it was abandoned. Nobody using it because it was like not a gym anymore. But it's like it's a party venue. And it looks kind of like the way they have it set up is like the typical club party places you see in Salt Lake. Damn it. I'm not really gonna go super far in this video because I'm soaked to the bone. It's raining. It ain't gonna fucking let up anytime soon. And I just want to do a little short nostalgia in the rain video. This building here, I can't even fucking pronounce it. I just call it Thai pizza. I type in Google Thai pizza Roy, and this place comes up by default. So what does that tell you? Okay, why the fuck is this? Go away. Use my damn inhaler. Oh good, it's missing. Awesome. Well, I'm glad I'm out here doing this of my own free will and volition, because it would really suck if I was on my way to work and had to work the rest of my shift with soggy socks and feet and shoes. This building here used to be a Pegasus Video. This was brought up a couple of weeks ago when I live streamed on Instagram with my friend C4. That's the name he goes by online. He has one song out called The Captain on YouTube. You should go type in C4 The Captain. There you go. This used to be Pegasus Video a long time ago. And right there above the entrance was an icon of a Pegasus. And that Beast Cafe used to be a JB's restaurant. I don't know if people remember those. This place that's recently, well, not recently, it's been fucking closed up for shop and abandoned forever. Right between the Arby's and the Beast Cafe was a pawn shop that buys and sells guns. That was like their big draw. We buy and sell guns. Oh fuck. Even more wet. They used to be Down to Earth. It was called Down to Earth Foods for a long time. That's what that building was. This was another entrance into the JB's. But after it was the JB's, so I don't think there's any JB's anymore. It became like a Chinese restaurant or something. So people will say Whole Foods store. This place here was presently as a pawn shop. It was literally called Down to Earth Foods. Because their logo was was the planet Earth. Down to Earth Foods. Oh my god, this whole area is fucking flooded. And they relocated to where Hastings used to be in Riverdale. Typical pawn shop layout. The green car that's been parked here for so long has since abated, has been removed. Those cars there are probably people that work at Arby's. I talked about this before, but I figure since I'm here, I'll go ahead and talk about it now, so I don't have to walk over to that end. That used to be Dilly Dally's. The old sign is still up, so you can see it. Oh my god, let me get into some shelter. Oh, bruv. Oh, bruv, I'm fucking freezing. Oh, I'm fucking freezing, gov. Oh my god. Yeah, this is part 2 that homeless in Clearfield. Homeless and soaked in Roy. So that was Dilly Dally as they've moved to where next to Deal Depot. Movie Buffs was on the other side next to Harmon's. These same style of buildings connected to Harmon's. It became a Video Update, and then it became what it is now, like a fucking Bass Pro shop. Now notice those places, they don't stay around unless they make a lot of money, it seems. This place used to be a shoe store, JCPenney's, or not JCPenney's, Payless. This place before it became North Central Baptist Church was a clinic. And I've talked about this a couple of other times in my videos, and I'll talk about it again now. I'll physically, literally walk over and show you in case there's any doubt. This place was a clinic. You know how I know? Did someone come in here and like draw the lines? Okay, this room here. Look at that. You could say that's a break room, but that looks like... See, look at the curtain there. Why would a break room have a curtain like that? And there's a door. Oh no, that's part of the wall. This looks like it would be a patient's room in a clinic or a hospital or examination room. This place used to be a clinic. I'm not sure how long ago, but it used to be a clinic. Let's see what kind of goodies we have over here. People will come here and dump stuff. Or sometimes you'll find... That one time we saw that RV parked here. It wasn't Bob the Bum's RV though. There's a video case stand. This looks like a chair that was thrown out. That's missing the top half of it. The recliner. It would be better if you could see it. There we go. Remember, we came out here and we had lunch. We ate lunch right here. We had our chicken tenders from Harmon's while waiting for our ride. We called our ride after we ate because I didn't want to be disturbed. This looks like a dishwasher. See, people will just come and dump their shit out here. This is a rug, probably from one of those shops. The Royce project, I don't know if it's fallen through. All I know is they were expecting it to have been completed in 2023. It's now, we're getting into 2024. There's been no action here. Nobody's demolished any buildings or anything. Because I don't think they found a bidder. I think it's going to be a similar situation like with on 1300 and Sunset. That project fell through. Next to, in that area where that area there in Sunset that used to be Weiniger's is where that gated community was supposed to go. Now it's going to be nothing. They've demolished all those buildings and flattened the entire area and nothing to show for it. And I realized that business was slow out there, but maybe if they had a good rent control program for leases for businesses, so they could bring more businesses here and into Sunset and gain more revenue. And it wouldn't be a problem with people fucking fleeing into the night screaming. This used to be Intermountain Staffing. They have or had an office in Layton. That's the one I used to go to. When we moved back in Sunset, I came here once to like update my because you have like an online thing with them, and you have to like reactivate. Like if you're like inactive for like 6 months to a year, then they just mark you as inactive. They assume that you found a job somewhere, and all you have to do is like call them or go in and update your profile. But I'm not walking all the way over there. My feet are soaked. I'm tired. I'm not really tired. I'm cold. Oh my God. You see, it's one thing that it's raining and people are like, well, just avoid the water and stuff in the puddles. Well, the thing is, the puddles accumulate because there's no evenness in a lot of these fucking areas. It's just off-kilter, uneven, disjointed, and it causes these big, basically floods of water, these pools of water to form. This Valvoline, I think, was always a Valvoline. I think it might have been a Master Muffler back in the day. But as far as I'm aware, it's always been a car place. They, in the last decade or so, they just, maybe it's been more than a decade, they gave it a facelift. That's pretty much it. Joe's Car Connection has been here forever. That's been here forever. It's kind of funny because you look at all this stuff here in Roy, but there's nothing to do. There's really like nothing to do. Because businesses will come here, they'll set up shop. I think your lease demands that you keep your business for at least a year. This place used to be High and Mike's or whatever back in the day. It was a pawn shop. And at the inside of this place is so fucking cluttered. I'm not trying to be mean, but it gives me anxiety walking around in there. Because it's so cluttered and just everything. Like you can even see how he throws everything, just, oh, throw the dolls there, throw this here. Now that might look, to the unassuming eye, that might look, some modicum of upkeep. But you get in there and you find all this shit, like Star Wars toys mixed in with jewelry, the DVDs, DVD cases that some don't even have DVDs in them, or it's the wrong DVD. I mean, it's just a fucking mess. And he's ran that place for, God, I don't know how fucking long. Because it hasn't been High and Mike's for a long time. And I just wonder if it's like a passion project. Because running that place, paying the lease on it, unless he owns the building, you still have to pay utilities on it. The only thing the conclusion I can think of is he owns the building, or he has a lot of money anyway from, like, I don't know, maybe he comes from money. He doesn't look like or strike me as someone who comes from money, but and I can guarantee you, like, that place is never busy. And when people go to thrift stores, they want to go someplace like Savers or DI, Deseret Industries, or Goodwill, where it's actually kind of done nicely. There's an attempt, things are organized. There's a place for everything. It doesn't just look like, oh, I got this box of vinyl records. Let me throw them here in the back next to the cookware and the used lingerie. I mean, it at least looks like there was an attempt to, because they're professional businesses. Goodwill, Savers are all over the country. Deseret Industries, as far as I know, I've only ever heard of them here in Utah. So, but when people go shopping, they call it thrifting. They don't go there to, like, go shopping. It's like, it's a curiosity thing. That's why those places used to be called, back then they called curiosity shops or curiosity store, because they probably have stuff from decades when you were a kid or before you were born that might appeal. But, like Savers or DI or Goodwill, or you can go in and buy a lot of stuff. You go into this place, and I just get anxiety because it's such a fucking mess. It looks like there's really no attempt at organization. Easy Pawn, that used to be Hollywood Video. That next to used to be 5-Star Chinese. That was Dr. John's. That Beto's used to be Burger King, where it originally was. If I was like Ultimisia in Final Fantasy VIII and I could control time and control what I wanted to exist simultaneously in whatever timeline, I would make myself younger. So if you're going to go young, go all the way young. So I would be, physically I'd be 15 or 16 again, but have all the knowledge and memories that I have now. This used to be BC Chicken, then it became Midori Sushi. Then it was a boxing gym. Then a fucking drunk driver truck crashed into it. Now it's it's another fly-by-night church. It's okay because it's Spanish this time. So if you don't like any of the others, this one's an iglesia, so that must, it's better, right? I would control, if I had those time-altering powers and I could control businesses from the past, present, future, like things that I knew were coming but weren't here yet, like, development plans. So I'm not trying to say I'm psychic or anything. I would have Burger King back where it was, because that was a good location. And I'm sorry, Rancheritos / Beto's sucks, because burnt food that's burnt or deep fried to a crisp is not good food. You're cooking it beyond the American way, and it's definitely not the Mexican way. I would get rid of City Buffet, and I'd have it be Rite Aid again. I would have Blimpie back at the end there. I like seeing Ocean Mart, but it's honestly all it is just stuff I wouldn't use. I mean, once in a while, it's like, oh, cool, they got pot stickers. They've got, well, I mean, they call them gyoza, but, I call them pot stickers. Spring rolls, egg rolls, whatever. I just make it Albertsons again. And we're talking theoretically, in theory, if I had magical time-altering powers. So this is regardless of bankruptcy status, regardless of whatever. That's what I would do. That EOS could stay a Gold's Gym for all I care. Because I never partook of that place when it was an Anderson Lumber. Never partook of it when it became Stock Lumber. Never partook of it when it became Gold's.